Once more, Keeper, I ask you to return to me.
There's Alethea. Must be close to finishing my trials of the staff. I'll find her.
大家好，欢迎收看《刺客信条奥德赛》DLC 亚特兰提斯的命运的第3章亚特兰提斯的审判第1期内容。这个第3章节，本人认为这是整个亚特兰提斯的命运这个 DLC 中最好的一章，不管是场景还是剧情都是非常棒的。
Journey, Keeper. You and the staff are nearly connected. Are you ready to proceed?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Back so soon?
Alethea, I know I wasn't gone long in the Animus, but I couldn't wait.
I've been thinking about whether or not I should let you continue, and I have my answer. But I'm afraid you won't like it.
Don't tell me I can't go into the third simulation.
I'm sorry, Layla. I made a miscalculation, and I factored you in when it was a mistake to do so. I see that clearly now. It's time for you to leave Atlantis.
You can't do this. Not now! I've seen Elysium and the Underworld. You can't take that away.
If I'd known this reality would go the direction it did, you wouldn't have seen any of it. You're too human. Your DNA has succumbed to the corrupting nature of the staff.
Listen, I know the bleeding effect is real, and accessing Deimos' memory did affect me. But I've studied Isu artifacts. This is the last stage of my trials. When it's over, my DNA will be able to overcome the staff's control.
Perhaps. But you won't see that through. My simulations are closed to you.
Hear me out. What happened before Victoria was horrible. But how can I learn to control my impulses if I don't know more about the staff?
This is about more than your lesson. I wanted creation, but you brought destruction.
Only because I haven't learned everything yet. You wanted to teach me, and I still want to be taught. Give me another chance.
Even if I were to let you in, your doctor is dead.
If I could take that back, I would. But I can't. And I have to keep going.
From her calculations, your body wouldn't be able to withstand the simulations.
My body is fine. The staff kept Alexios alive for thousands of years. I've got a protection guarantee.
Your mind is a different story altogether. You don't have the sense to see its degradation.
When you break it down, this staff heals, Alethea. I could come out of this smarter, more in control. Invincible.
That's quite a leap in logic.
Just let me see for myself. Please.
Go.
Oh my God, thank you. You won't regret this. Here we go.
注意看阿勒特雅的身后，维多利亚医生的尸体还在那儿呢，并且这个阿勒特雅的表情耐人寻味。
That's enough. No need to shout. This isn't your domain, brother. Hades has nothing left to offer you. You are never meant to stay here, nor Elysium. You didn't belong on Kefalonia, and you didn't belong in Sparta. I can offer you a place you do belong. It's time you finally found it. Atlantis awaits.
Anywhere's better than here.
I won't forget this.
哈迪斯作为冥界之主，竟然被裂缝给吸进去了，也不知道是死是活。这个裂缝呢，我也是头一次知道，竟然还能把人给吸进去。之前呢，都是一直是从里边出来人的。
There's no need for that here. You're safe.
I've heard that before.
This place isn't like any other you've been. There's no Persephone, no Hades.
Just you.
Just me. Digastis Vasilevs, the grand adjudicator of all Atlantis. But to you, I am Poseidon. What I'm offering you, Keeper of the Staff, is a place at my side. Join me as my Digastis. Welcome home.
This place is the real Atlantis. I mean, it's intact. I thought this city was destroyed.
Every 7 years, our great city begins a new cycle, if judged to be imperfect.
And who's the judge?
Before your arrival, it was my decision alone. Now that I have you at my side, I intend for this cycle to last an eternity.
If you're the Digastis Vasilevs, you expect me to be...
Digastis, the judge. Be my hand in laying and enforcing judgment in Atlantis.
Well, I must warn you that I'm not always right.
I was both surprised and encouraged by your actions in the underworld. Fortunes were exchanged in response to your choices. But trust that I learned your reverence to justice is true.
Hades must have told you about my staff.
He didn't have to. As is the way with all heroes, your journey has become the stuff of Atlantean legend.
Then you know my staff is the reason I'm here. I need to learn how to master it.
This land is a paradise of power for those with Isu devices, but all in good time.
So you expect me to live among you? A home among gods?
Gods? We are much more than the human conception of gods. Your father called us the ones who came before. But as Alethea told you, we are the Isu.
You know about my staff, Pythagoras, and Alethea? I'm starting to feel very watched.
Your trials in both Elysium and the underworld. No, your triumphs there are known to us.
My trials forced me into rebellion. They made me face the dead. My hardships make me a good Digastis?
We don't always choose our path, but in this case, your blood shows for you. You possess both DNA strands, the best of humans and Isu. I have no doubt that you are our mutual future.
It's an honor. Where do I start?
Humans have 5 senses to understand the world around them. We have been blessed a 6th. Knowledge. Ah, no. It is not merely your vision of the ego. The essence of that sense sleeps now, but it can be awoken in Atlantis. Your stuff is more than a key. It's a bridge between who you are now and who you must become.
And if I fully awaken this 6th sense, I'll have mastered the staff.
That and more. Come, let me show you.
I accessed power sources in Elysium and the underworld. They helped my knowledge, I think, but they haven't changed my senses.
In Atlantis, you'll find the sources that awaken your new sense much more concentrated. Not only will your knowledge grow here, but it will thrive. You'll find 3 such sources once you leave this palace. You know them as Keeper's Insights.
Doesn't look like anyone can get through.
It's blocked to those who haven't full access to our knowledge. Find the source of that knowledge within this palace. Try to pass through once you do.
医术知识是第3章里新加的一个设定，通过看守者的洞察，还有医术的数据储辖，还有医术铭记这3个方法，得到这个医术知识。医术知识呢也是分1、2、3级的，不同的等级呢能去不同的地方。
Alethea?
doing it here?
You needed intervention. I couldn't stop you physically, but perhaps I can make you understand through technical means.
No, I've got this. Stay out of it.
爬上来以后，先不看石碑，先向后走，后面就有一个宝箱。这个宝箱呢，虽然不是这个地点的收集目标，但它也算是一个收集要素。所以说呢，这个宝箱我也会拿。这个石碑最主要的内容呢，就只有2个，一个是医术实验不能在人类身上进行，第二个呢就是判官的权力非常大，一人之下，万人之上，谁都得听判官的。
Now I know what you meant about the sources being more concentrated. I feel different.
Many things are different here, Digastis. You'll discover that in time. Atlantis awaits you. I have one rule that is absolute. Our technology cannot be used on my human civilians. Their bodies cannot withstand the power. The Isu know this above all.
So, I'm free to go. What task should the Digastis do first?
Even Atlantis is not a perfect society. It yearns for balance. So be that balance. Then when your role as guide to the people is fulfilled, it may well be perfection. Don't worry. You've already earned my respect, which is a trial in itself.
Digastis, His Eminence Atlas humbly requests that you join him at his Doma to discuss a matter of grave importance.
Right. I'll make sure to stop by.
这个信差为什么这么快就知道 A 叔是判官了？在之后有所说明。
This place has more kings than Sparta.
我们现在先不滑下去，要去同步第一个鸟瞰点，就在波塞冬宫殿的上方，也是整个地图里最高的一个鸟瞰点。
If you have questions for me, ask.
My questions are answered. Thank you.
现在跳下来以后，去做第一个任务。首先呢，就是去见阿特拉斯。从这边可以直接滑下去，有种在起源里滑金字塔的感觉。 这里有封信，信上写着波塞冬早在好几天之前就想任命 A 叔作为判官了，所以说呢，那个信差见到 A 叔以后，才立刻就认出他是判官。
You've arrived! I'm honored the Vicastis would accept my humble request.
Your Atlas, I take it?
In the flesh. I thank you for coming to see me. I'm sure you're very busy. The burden my father gave you is not a light one.
Your messenger told me it was urgent.
Gravely urgent, indeed.
Well, here I am.
It's my brothers, the Archons. They have issues with the human populations under their control. Tensions between Isu and humans are mounting. Without order, the problems will grow severe.
I'll try to use my position to help them where I can.
Find Hadiros, Amphiris, and Azaeas. Through your shining example, I hope they learn the valuable lessons in discipline they so desperately need.
And if I help them, you're hoping it'll maintain the peace between Isu and humans?
That's the plan. Poseidon should have known they weren't ready for the responsibility an Archon bears. But that's his failing.
Tell me about Gadiros.
You'll find him near the arena, hard at work planning his next exhilarating spectacle, I'm sure.
What should I know about Amphiris?
He's probably off terrorizing people near the fortified Doma of Ochtonos. Make sure you don't sneak up on him. He's quite jumpy.
What about Azais? Who is he?
You'll find dear Azais wherever there is humanitarian work to be done. I heard there were some issues near the Doma of Amphiris.
We have Archons where I'm from. Do they fulfill the same duties?
They are charged with overseeing and ruling the humans of Atlantis, ensuring all live comfortably and peacefully, a job at which I fear they're failing.
There always seems to be unrest between the two races. The Underworld and Elysium were no different.
Time passes and tensions keep building. I expected my father to handle it, but Atlantis grows steadily worse, and no one wants to see what could happen if precautions are not taken.
I'll find the Archons and make sure their problems are taken care of.
这个画家向这个方向看了一眼，我也不知道他是什么意思，不过我也不用理他。接下来呢，我们先去收集一些医术的铭记，看这些铭记呢能给我长点医术知识。围绕这个波塞冬的宫殿一圈，每一个小塔楼上都有一个医术的铭记，并且呢，这个阿特拉斯宫殿的中心也是有一个医术铭记的。我们就先来看一眼这个。这个铭记上的内容算是一个支线任务的线索吧。在这一期里呢，我也会做完这个支线任务。在波塞冬宫殿的这一圈铭记里，每一个铭记都记载着一位波塞冬的儿子。这个阿萨埃斯 是一名医生，在第3章里我们也能见到他。刚才用伊卡洛斯围绕着波塞冬的宫殿观察了一圈，波塞冬宫殿所有的艺术铭记都已经被标记上了。我们先把面前的铭记看完，然后呢就开始收集王家卫戍营这个地点。这个队长穿的就是起源里8爷的艺术盔甲，同款的。本以为这个盔甲呀是起源里最强的一套艺术盔甲，没想到呢，这个盔甲在奥德赛里竟然是量产的，只要是一个指挥官都会穿这个盔甲，只不过有不同的颜色搭配。这个艺术将军米涅塞亚斯竟然想把人类变成武器，用来对付人类，非常的坏。 现在先睡一觉，睡到白天醒了以后，继续看铭记。这个加迪洛斯是一个艺术大师，给亚特兰蒂斯这个城市带来了活力，也是波塞冬最喜欢的一个儿子，但他却不是继承人。这个米涅塞亚斯又出现了，他也是波塞冬的儿子，不过呢，波塞冬也是对他很伤心。这个迪亚普利佩斯是一个发明家，波瑟芬尼、哈迪斯还有波塞冬头上的头冠都是他发明的。这个头冠呢，就能控制人类的思想还有行动。现在波塞冬宫殿周围所有的铭记都已经看完了，接下来去同步第二个鸟瞰点。现在我们先不去做主线，因为离得太远了。先把附近的支线任务给做一下，就是橘黄色的感叹号。
The Castis. I heard you can help me with the solar floral regeneration project.
The what?
Oh, forgive me. Let me start from the beginning. I'm Neocles, an imperial botanist here in Atlantis. I'm engineering a way to aid floral regrowth.
The flowers here can't just grow on their own?
Oh, no. You're not one of those followers of Minerva, are you?
I don't know anyone named Minerva.
Her students are so small-minded about my photosynthesis accelerator. If you want to be a scholar, why follow such a rudimentary doctrine?
Look, do you need something from me?
Oh, apologies, the Castis. You're new to Atlantis, and I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me begin. Basically, the plants are a key resource for us here. But a few cycles ago, humans overpicked them, and now the air is suffering.
You want to grow more?
In a sense, yes. I have a hypothesis, a theory that using a natural power source stronger than the sun will promote sustainable growth.
You're losing me again.
There are devices that project beams of light around the Garden of Triton. Redirecting them using the reflective surfaces would stimulate floral regrowth.
You want me to move your lights?
Yes, and the Castis, taking care of our natural resources, would send a message to all of Atlantis.
A good message, I hope.
这个任务就是一系列的推箱子，然后反射光线的任务。虽然呢，这个任务比较单调，但是呢，这个剧情还是挺有意思的。
It looks like all the light beams need to hit that central structure. That must be the device Neocles mentioned. Reminds me of how I opened the door to Atlantis. Won't budge. Worked. First one down. Something's blocking this. Growing in no time. That should do it. I'll tell Neocles it's done. That doesn't seem good. What happened? I moved your light beams. It seemed to be working, but then...
The beams are aligned, yes, but the power isn't running.
What do you think the problem is?
None of this makes any sense. The light beams should expand across the gardens and present with enhanced photons.
There might be something wrong with your theory. I still don't see how this light is any better than the sun.
The sun! That's it! The power source must also be displaced, rendering this light no different than the sun. No wonder you're the Vicastis. That's brilliant!
So the next step is...
Go to the control room and make sure the power source isn't displaced.
And what exactly is this source?
An igneous matter consisting of Imperial... It's a rock. Just make sure there's a rock in the control room.
Fine. I'll go see if this rock is there. Looks like Neocles was right. There is no rock here. Hey! Stop right there!
接下来是一场跑酷追逐，只要紧跟着他，那么肯定就不会被他甩掉。但是如果是没有跟紧他，那么到一个空间以内，它就会消失。最后呢，你需要挪箱子，发现墙上有一个洞口，然后钻进那个洞口里，然后才能找到它。不过按我这路线走，基本上是不会被它甩掉的。只要跟紧它，那就肯定没问题。
What's the Vicastis doing running around here?
I'm chasing down a thief. Looks like you're the one who took Neocles' rock.
My name is Melita. I'm an environmental biologist, not a thief. Neocles has no claim to a natural power source like this.
That rock must be worth a lot if you're trying to steal it.
You're the Vicastis and you have no idea what the power source is? Aren't you invested in the future of our resources?
It's easy. Put the rock in Neocles' device and we'll fix the flowers.
This isn't Neocles' first attempt at population balancing. When the flowers were overpicked and the bees started dying, first he attempted to artificially pollinate the flowers. When he artificially pollinated the flowers, the soil degraded. When the soil...
I get the idea. But then, how would you fix the gardens?
I wouldn't. Nature has been healing itself for eons. Neocles needs to stop meddling.
Melita! You've always been obtuse about the project. No accountability for civilization's impact on the ecosystem.
Insanity is trying the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. When will you accept your hypothesis has failed?
Failed is inaccurate terminology. I simply adjusted my theory after experiencing unintended results.
Enough bickering, both of you.
You're right. I wanted to destroy the power source to end his project once and for all. But as the Vicastis, it should be your decision.
The project Neocles is working on is important for the future of Atlantis. Hand over the rock.
I hope you know what you're doing.
Thank you. This will propel Atlantis' sustainability forward by centuries. All those cynics like Melita
We'll see the progress eventually.
Just be careful. It sounds like your theory could still use some work.
This is the right course of action for all of Atlantis, Dicastis. Trust me. Please, do me the honor of returning the stone to the device.
这里我之所以选择把石头给放回去，是因为要靠植物自然生长的话，那是需要很长的时间才能恢复那种繁荣丰盛的状态的。不过呢，亚特兰蒂斯每7年就是一个周期，如果这个周期并不能让波塞冬满意的话，那么它就会重置来一个新的周期。这样的话呢，让植物自然生长根本是时间是不够的。所以说呢，我还是选择那种快速的方法，能让植物立刻就生长起来。还有一点原因就是我在预告片里看到了这一段，我就把它理解成是官方所选择的内容了。接下来去同步第3个鸟瞰点，顺便去接一下鸟瞰点下方的那个支线任务。
The one who holds the staff has no choice but to face both immediate and future consequences for lifetimes. That takes responsibility.
I hear you, Alethea. You may think I'm crazy, but at least I'm accountable.
这个支线任务就是跟我之前所说的阿特拉斯宫殿中心的那个铭记有关。
Quick, follow me.
And trust a stranger.
I'm no stranger. I'm Elpis, and I've been watching you.
That's not ominous at all.
I'll drop the cloak and dagger. I've been training to become like you, but training isn't enough. You're more than a warrior. The blood of the gods runs through your veins.
I thought they preferred Isu in Atlantis.
The Isu may as well be the divine with how they rule. Cold, calculating, indifferent to the people milling beneath them. But it's not just Isu blood that makes you special, is it? There's something else.
Well, you tell me.
I'm talking about this. Your spear.
You weren't kidding when you said you've been training. You're quite skilled.
That means a lot coming from you.
So, what do you want from me?
I'm involved with Atlas. He's afraid of taking the relationship public. He says his enemies would exploit me as his weakness, so he keeps me a secret.
Wait, you're in love with Atlas?
From my experience, I'm not sure Isu men truly love. Nevertheless, I need to make him see that I can be his strength. Our partnership might be a key to bridging the gap between Isu and humans.
Your love is strategic.
If we take the relationship public, we could marry and I could rule the district by his side, influence policy and ease the tension between the two groups. But so long as I am merely human, it can never be. That's why I want to be like you.
You seem very passionate about Atlantean politics.
Atlas doesn't approach the human and Isu conflict with compassion for humanity. I believe I can bring that compassion.
It would be nice to have another ally in Atlantis. What's your plan?
At the Adamant Metalon, they harvest a metal used to create devices just like your spear.
My spear is the strongest metal ever forged. Could this be used to forge other weapons?
Well, adamant ingots could. But what I need is raw adamant. I know the one who can forge it for me. Atlas can't suspect what I'm up to, so make sure you're not seen.
He doesn't know about this?
I'll tell him the truth when the time is right. Please, hurry back.
这个任务我接完以后先不做，因为呢，这个任务地点就是那个采石场，需要医术知识达到等级1才能进去。我现在呢，医术知识还不够等级1，所以说呢，我现在需要再去收集一些医术知识，等达到1以后我再去。现在呢，我们来到了阿萨埃斯宫，相当于一个要塞。每一个要塞里都会有一个医术储匣，还会有一个医术铭记，能帮助我们提升一些医术知识。有的要塞里宝箱并不是收集目标，例如这个要塞就是。不过我还是一个宝箱都不能落下，全都得拿。
That's not right.
这个人呢是执政官，每杀掉一个执政官呢，就会掉落一件判官套装的部件。收集齐整个判官套装呢，也是本章节的主线任务之一。这个任务呢就叫做应得之物。每扫描一个医术的储匣，就能增长医术知识10点，算是增长的比较多的。接下来去这个问号地点，这里呢就是一个看守者的洞察。为什么我本期呢一直就是往北走，就是为了要找到这个看守者的洞察。这个洞察呢给的能力非常的有用。
There'll be trouble if I'm spotted here.
Who's making that noise? I was so sure there was...
What the? Who's doing that?
Is someone trying to mess with me?
Is someone here?
这个艺术铭记上的内容非常的重要，这是一个天体观察记录，已经发现了太阳的黑子有所变动，还有太阳耀斑的产生，这对后期的大毁灭起到了铺垫的作用。扫描完这个洞察以后，得到了克罗诺斯的天谴这个能力。这个能力呢，就是之前召唤同伴的进化技能。这个进化后的技能能够召唤出一个分身来刺杀远处的敌人，非常的有用。不过我这里出现了一个 bug， 就是无论如何也学不了这个召唤同伴的技能，更别说进化了。不过本期我也用不上这个技能了，下一期呢我们再演示这个技能。这里我又试验了一次，还是学不了这个技能。
Heavy. And here's a note. The Forge of Atlantis. This can be used to create weapons. I have to find this place.
刚才在宝箱里拿到了一个钢筋锭，这个钢筋锭是用来打造艺术武器的。在第3章打造3个艺术武器，也是主线任务之一。这个任务呢，名字就叫做水中之火。每3个钢筋锭能打造出1把艺术武器，也就是说本章节里共有9个钢筋锭需要收集。现在我们去做这个支线任务。
Now peace is interesting. That's the adamant Metallon Alpice told me about. She said I should get the raw adamant without being seen.
这个任务呢也有一个隐藏的同步条件，就是尽量别被发现。如果被发现了，那么阿特拉斯就会知道你来过这里，后期呢他就会埋怨你。
They'll be on high alert here.
We're gonna have a problem if you step any closer.
I'll find out who that is.
Someone must be making that noise.
Someone missing?
这里呢，我之所以进不去，就是因为我当时的艺术知识并没有达到等级1。不过呢，现在我的等级已经达到了1级，所以说呢，我直接从后面的门就能进去了。
Looks like this might be where they store the raw adamant after mining it.
下方的3个人，我可以通过破坏火炬对他们造成干扰，然后用飞雷神杀掉他们。但是对面坐着的那个人必须得先杀掉。
Looks like this might be where they store the raw adamant after mining.
我们要找的钢筋原石就在这个箱子里。
It's reacting with my staff somehow. Almost like they were meant to be together. Raw adamant, as promised.
Nice to see that you're as skilled as you look. I'm making the right choice to become more like you.
You seem fine to me. I don't know why you're trying to change.
Just as you were destined to be Dicastes, I am destined for this. I just know it.
Humans in Atlantis are lucky to have someone like you fighting for them. You'll make a great leader.
I'm glad you understand what this means to me.
Still, all you have is raw adamant.
Until I take it to a skilled blacksmith so he can forge an Isu device from the adamant.
Well, you know where to find the Dicastis when you need him.
The forging takes time. What we do next will change Atlantis irreversibly. You should make sure you complete all your duties as Dicastis before meeting me at the Doma of Atlas.
接下来我们要去这个金色的问号地点看一下，这里呢就是医术的熔炉。我们呢先来到这里，然后把这个地点解开，之后呢我们就可以通过快速的传送到这里了。现在我们就先走到这里，可以看到前方有3个熔炉，可以打造出3把武器，分别是匕首、锤子还有长矛。每一个武器呢都有3种流派可供选择，每打造出1个流派的武器，那么其他2个流派的铭文也会同时拥有。好的，本期视频到此结束，感谢大家的收看，我们下一期再见，拜拜。